my channel. My name is Laura. I'm pre-recording this. This is going up on my birthday, which is February 13th. I figured that I would do my 50-50 list. I am turning 48 on February 13th, which is today. I'm pre-recording it. Anyway, I have 2 years to read these books. I have a list of 50 books that I like to read before I turn 50. I've mentioned this before on my channel. I have a list here. I have it in my bullet journal. I'm going to share with you my bullet journal. And then I'm going to share with you what physical books I collected within the 50-50. I have 2 shelves behind me. One which is here and one which is here. My daughter separated them by the black books in this one and my colorful books in this one. So my daughter put them on the shelf. I am missing some. I have almost all my 50 books. I think I'm missing about 10 that I still need to acquire, either get from the library or find them at a used bookstore or something. However, here is what my bullet journal looks like. It is my 50-50 list. There's 25 books on this page and 25 books on this page. And as you see, there's some color here. Those are the books that I read. So I read 4 books out of the 25. My goal is to read 25 this year and 25 next year, and that will be before I turn 50. I have 2 years to do this project. The reason I'm giving myself so much time to read these books is because most of them are classics, and I have a hard time reading classics. But I figured I can read my other books in between, and then maybe I could get through it. And my goal is to read 2 books a month. So 2 books a month would get my 25 books for the year. So yeah. So I already read Wonder. I already read Catcher in the Rye, which I didn't really like. And then I read Blankets. I got that from the library. And I also read Wrinkle in Time, and that was an okay book. It was okay. I could have passed it or left it or whatever, but I want to see the movie, so I think the movie's going to be better. But anyway, so those are the 4 books that I read already. So there are a lot of books here. I'm going to share with you what I own behind me, and I have this also on my Goodreads. If you follow me on Goodreads, I have a shelf that's called 50/50, and that's where all these books are listed. So I'm going to share with you behind me what I have. This might be a little spoiler because I did pull 2 books out for March Mystery Madness. As I said, I wanted to read 2 books for the month, and I had 2 mysteries behind me, so I'm going to share with those first. So the 2 mysteries that I hope to get to in March and cross them off my list is this one. I have The Shining. I don't have the desk cover. I have an old beat up book, The Shining by Stephen King. Yes, I did see the movie already. So yeah, this is a horror thriller type book, and I figured I could read this for the month of March. And the second book that I have is Stormfront, which is book 1 of a series by Jim Butcher, and this is also a mystery thriller type book too as well. So those are the 2 mystery books that I have. Okay, I'm gonna move my little bear. This is my dog, sorry. This is Noble. I got this from Barnes & Noble. I am a frequent buyer at Barnes & Noble. I belong to their club, and of course I had to buy him. So he's on my shelf. So I'm going to move him so you can see my black books that are here. And I'm going to share with you what my black books are here in this. I don't know when I'm going to be reading them. I'm kind of like picking as my mood chooses. As I said, March is my mystery books. So I picked 2 of those, and now these will be read eventually. I don't know when, but let's see what I have in here. Okay, the first one is I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. And most of these I don't know what they're about at all. All I know is there are a lot of classics here. So yeah, so this is that one. The next one I have is The Light Between the Oceans. No, I have not read this yet. Yeah, so this is on my 50-50 list, and I want to read it, and I know the movie already came out, I think. So, yeah, so I want to read this one. The next one is The Joy Luck Club by Amy Tan. Then I have The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. The Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. Now, I do have a bookmark there because I started this because one of my teachers is reading it and she told me read it with her, but I'm in the middle of 2 thrillers and I also have romance coming up. So I did read 10 pages, so I don't know when I'm going to pick this up again, but I did have a bookmark there, so I did start it. So that's that. I have Orphan Train. No, I haven't read this yet, and I know this one's very popular. Yeah, so this one will be read soon. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Shadow of the Wind. And this one's a hard one to read. I think I attempted to read this before and I didn't like it, so I have Pride and Prejudice. So, yeah. Okay, so those are my... Sorry, I dropped my book on the floor. Those are my black books. I'm going to put these back into the shelf. And I will go over to my other shelf, which is my colorful books. My daughter rearranged this for me so it looks nice on the shelf. So these are all my black books. And I have to put Noble back. Where is he? Here's my Noble. And he's going back on the shelf to hold my mystery books up. So here you go. My little Noble. Okay. Moving on to this side of the room. Shelf. These are my colorful books, and as you notice, my daughter put all my reds together, and apparently I moved it a little because now I have a green in between, but I have, these are my colorful books. So what do I have in here? I have, let's start with these books here. I have On the Road, and this one is a motion picture, and I didn't even know, it actually says it motion picture here. So I have no idea what the book's about. It's just on my list and I want to read it. So that's that. I have a Tale for the Time Being. And yeah, very colorful book. And I have 13 Moons. Okay, moving on to my mass paperback books. I have Gone with the Wind. I already read this. So this will be a reread for me. I read this back in high school. Yeah, so I know that I remember that I liked it. It is a huge book, a big undertaking. I want to reread it, and I know I'm probably going to love it again, I hope. And so, yeah, so I have this one. And I have Spoon River Anthology. Voyager. I have this on audiobook. This will be one of my audio reads. This is the 3rd book of Outlander. Outlander I liked. The 2nd book I really trudged through that one. And this is the 3rd one. I think that's what the season is on right now, and I think it was canceled. I don't think they're gonna have it anymore. Yeah, I do have the audiobook, so this will probably be an audio read. It is a fat chunker. Yeah. Okay. I have Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, and I know that somebody wants to read this with me on my YouTube channel. So when I get to it, yes, I'm gonna read this maybe during the summer, maybe. So yeah, that. And I have Fear of Flying. And this one is 3 great novels. I think that it's The Woman in White is the one that I have to read. There's 3 books in here. It's The Woman in White, which is on my 50/50 list. And then I have Moonstone and The Law and the Lady is also in this book. But yeah, I only want to read The Woman in White. So yeah, it came in a bind up. I got this at the used bookstore. So This is that one. Okay. And here's another book that I read in high school, and I want to reread it. So I don't really reread books, again, as I said, but this one I want to reread. It's The Tree Grows in Brooklyn. I don't remember anything about the book, so I will reread it as my 50-50. So that's that. I have The Sparrow by Mary Doria Russell. Yellow Birds by Kevin Powers. Fear of 50 by Erica Jong. Catch 22 by Joseph Heller. Wild by Cheryl Stade. Gilead by Marion Robinson. And then I have 2 George Orwell books that I want to read. I have Animal Farm and 1984. So that's 2 books there. Then I own The Castle, I Capture the Castle by Dottie Smith. And the last book that I own is Far from the Mating Crowd. So, and this one is also a movie. So those are the books that I've acquired and I own. There are books that I still need to get, and when I get to my book, I'll let you know. Give me a second to put these away. Okay, the books that I still need to get are The Color of Magic by Pratchett, Go Tell It on the Mountain by Baldwin, The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle by Murakami. I don't know. Sorry if I butcher anybody's name. China Dolls by Lisa C. Any Human Heart by Boyd. The Bluest Eye by Morrison. Invisible Bridge by Beringer. Cold Comfort Farm by Gibbons. And Beloved by Morrison. And the last book is Lives of Girls and Women. And I don't know the author. Sorry about that. So those are the books that I still need to get. I will probably either get them from the library or try to find them at the used bookstore. So yeah, so that's it. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye.